We're joined now by Joon Lee, who, of course, this week had written a story not about the Angels per se, but about the minor leaguers within the Angels system, and it didn't paint a very pretty picture. For those that didn't get a chance to read it, I encourage you to go there, but Joon joins us now for the latest on what that story was all about. Joon.
Yeah, Carl, I got the opportunity to talk to two Angels minor leaguers just a couple days ago, and they decided to go on the record about kind of their experience about what it's been like to be in the minor leagues this year. One of them was Shane Kelso. He played in low A for the Angels, and he retired during the season because of the living conditions. He said he was being paid $1,600 a month and was paying $2,000 a month. And so he was losing $400 before any food or living expenses. And in total, he said he was losing $1,000 a month and was going to go bankrupt before the end of the season if he didn't decide to retire. He said that he had multiple teammates who were living in a camper van together in a trailer park. And then I also talked to Kieran Lovegrove, who plays in Double-A for the Trash Pandas. And he went on the record as an active minor leaguer, which is taking kind of a big risk in itself, and was talking about how he lived with 6 other people in a 3-bedroom apartment. And one of them was living in the kitchen. 2 of them were living in the living room. And both of them actually also mentioned the fact that there's currently just generally a mental health crisis going on in the minor leagues because of the financial strain that is on a lot of these minor leaguers, and the food situation where a lot of these teams are asking players to consume a lot of food to maintain their athletic ability to do their job, do the basic baseball on a day-to-day basis, and they aren't being provided that food in the first place. A lot of guys turning to fast food like Taco Bell and McDonald's, and that's not really helping them kind of perform at their best on the field. So this is kind of a multi-layered issue that's been going on in terms of the living conditions of minor leaguers at the moment.
And I assume forever, but how much of this is a work in progress, right? Major League Baseball took over the minor league system, and their goal was to increase the amount of money that these guys make. I think the average salary went up 38 to 72%. So how much of it is sort of an isolated versus a global, and is it going in a particular direction, Joon?
So I think there's 2 parts to this. I think MLB obviously made the goal in the bigger picture to be consolidating the minor leagues in order to bring it all under MLB's power to systemically try to raise salaries, raise living conditions, raise the quality of the facilities. And that has worked to a varying degree of success. There's been some teams that have been able to increase the pay for minor leaguers that extend spring training, provide food. Lovegrove specifically mentioned that he's played across, I think it was 5 total organizations, and that the Angels in particular had been the worst in terms of providing living conditions for its minor leaguers. And this has been true, I think, across the board. I've heard from a lot of people since that story went up on Friday that the Angels in particular are bad in terms of how the living conditions currently exist for their minor leagues. So there is a bigger systemic issue here. I think the Angels minor leaguers particularly felt compelled to speak up over the course of the last couple of days because that the Angels have been particularly bad. But I think it's important to point out this is a larger issue than beyond the Angels, and that a lot of teams, we've seen it with the Athletics, we've seen players with the Mets complain in the minor league system about the living conditions across the board. And so this is not just about that. And it's also about players needing, major leaguers to speak up for them from the MLBPA side as well, because there's a lot of power kind of happening around this issue.
Right. Not represented by a union. Not sure exactly what Lovegrove is earning per month, but given the lifelong sort of effort to be a minor leaguer, likely greater than the $1,600 that others are earning. Joon, thanks very much. We encourage folks to go and read Joon Lee's article.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.